Zadande and the Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's lab. Oh my gosh. Like I said, welcome back. I am sorry that this video is a little bit late, but today, of course, we are talking about episode 81 of My Hero Academia, School Festival. This is the true beginning of the School Festival arc. Technically, yes, there was another festival, which we called the tournament arc, but yeah. This episode actually is this amount of stuff in the manga, which is actually kind of surprising because there's a lot that happens in this episode. For those of you who aren't completely aware, you might have thought, oh, this episode is going really fast. Maybe this is actually like a whole bunch of a much larger area. No, it was that much. It's actually a very small amount of this manga. This episode starts off by dealing with a lot of the planning and deciding what exactly they are going to be doing for this festival, which, trust me, it's an awesome performance that I'm absolutely certain that you guys who are watching are going to love. This whole series of this whole, I don't know what to call it, arc is actually a lot of fun. Getting to see these kids just have fun for once instead of being forced to constantly be in combat. Like, if you actually think about it, even the training arcs and the supposedly fun arcs are still dealing with a lot of combat. I mean, so far the arcs have been Startup arc, the Tournament arc, the, I believe after that was the, I want to say, there was, I believe, another battle arc against the villains. Some more stuff. I believe the next one was the summer arc, or the camping arc. Then there was a few other arcs, and so on and so forth. The point is that there have been a lot of arcs, and even the ones that are supposed to be fun, having a good time, such as the summer training arc, or the internship arc, or even the work study arc. They're actually all about combat. And this one does have a little bit of combat, do not get me wrong. But this arc is primarily about these kids having fun as kids. And that is an important thing. Realizing that is actually an important thing to realize as you're watching the opening and closing. Like I've said before, the opening probably should have waited until this episode, but honestly, it's fine. Both of these things represent the fact that they're going to be having fun. Nothing's really intense about this arc. Even the main villain, who we do meet at the end of the episode, isn't necessarily an actual villain. His whole point is that he is a bad guy who just wants to be famous. If you guys have watched the episode, you know. And honestly, that's fine. Having a short, less important villain after all that's been happening, that is completely reasonable. I actually believe with all of my heart that the gentleman criminal may eventually become the gentleman hero. If you actually look at this stuff, he isn't actually completely just in it just to do crime. As he states in the episode itself, he just wants to be famous. He wants his presence to be known. And you'll see eventually that, yeah, that is his goal. he doesn't care if it's villainous. In eventuality, he will sacrifice himself for another person. It's actually insane. If you actually don't know, Koki actually says in, I believe it was volume 7, that he doesn't want to do the villain character sheets, which is basically like this, but for villains. This is Ares' character sheet, which is at the end of this arc, or this episode. Um, Honestly, I wish that they would have talked a little bit about this in the actual episode, because this is just so sweet. Aizawa brought her this outfit just so that, but the nurse decided to get her this outfit to basically make up for it. It's really cute, and honestly, I think that they really could have done something with it. It would have been so much fun. Um, but yeah, when he realizes that they're continuing to do the festival and why Deku is doing it, he turns himself in. I would consider that a spoiler, but it's really not. Like, this guy is honestly a really great character, and honestly, I hope that they get to develop him at least a little bit more, because this arc with the Gentleman Criminal is really interesting. And like I did say, Koki at this point was very sincere about not doing villain character sheets. He was a little bit more open around this time, but he wasn't completely. You'll actually notice when you guys read Volume 23 that is the first time that he does an actual full character villain sheet. Well, he's doing it here in Volume 19, and I believe 20 as well, for, no wait, it's just in here. La Brava and Gentleman Criminal are in Volume 19. So, yeah, it's kind of insane to think about, but honestly, I think that they will be good characters, and eventually, maybe they'll become heroes. Join Deku in his fight against All for One and Shigaraki. It honestly wouldn't be that bad. I could actually believe that when the criminals, or when the supervillains break out every single one of the criminals from a certain jail to gain up some troops, Gentleman and La Brava, they just stay in their cells. They just look the other way. At which point they're eventually released because, holy crap. But obviously under guard. They're basically put under house arrest. It honestly would be really cool to see that happen. So, yeah. Honestly, I'm really excited to see how they work this whole next few episodes out. This episode was primarily pretty much the same as the manga. Things were just a little bit better since we got to see color and stuff. But like I said, it's really not much. It's basically just there. And yeah, there's a lot of really cute things that you'll see throughout this next arc, and I really hope that you guys will enjoy it as much as I did. But yeah, there is a lot that is coming up soon. I do want to briefly discuss something else. So next episode is releasing. It will most likely be releasing on the 22nd, which is the last day before the My Hero Academia movie, at least here in America. Now, this is an important thing to actually be aware of, because last time when they did this, it was also to promote the movie. Oddly enough, it's an odd placement, but it's actually kind of makes some sense to do something. honestly, they probably could just have the actual movie be connected directly, but we'll have to wait and see. I do actually want to bring that up as well, though, is that on the 28th, yeah, on the 28th, I should be coming out with a video about the movie and my review of the movie, because at that point, I will have seen it. So, look forward to that once it comes out. And I believe that is it. There aren't really too many theories to talk about this week, specifically about My Hero Academia. Obviously, I could do some stuff, including I probably will do a video about Gentleman Criminal and La Brava, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what I decide to do. This villain arc is really weird, and I want to be a bit more careful about it, so that's why I've been mostly focusing on far in the future things that haven't actually come to light yet. But yeah, the current criminal arc, just be aware, it's really, really weird. So we'll see exactly what they decide to do in June with that stuff. And as for Miraculous, we'll probably be getting back to those videos soon, so don't worry about that. But anyways, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. Leave any theories or any comments at all down in the comments below. Of course, if you are going to leave a theory, make sure to put the hashtag theory review so I can find it easily for my theory review videos. And of course, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!